Time to try and hide these tears again. Give everything I have to see your face again. You were always so strong till the end.
Yo.
I owe you so much, I could depend on. And since you left this world, I struggle to find my place in it. But I gave you my word. I tried to be strong, but since you went away, every day I struggle, but I know what you'd say. So
Alright, I am playing around with
blue skies,
video editing.
blue skies. This way you're never good to me. So I remember you under blue skies, blue skies.
So I'm not sure if this is gonna work, mainly because trying to video edit while streaming may not work that well. We'll see if my computer can handle it. So just getting everything set up. Then do raw. Oh, I'm gonna have real steady go to play with as well. That's not good. Yeah, because some of these were taken 4K 30. Some were taken, yeah, like there's alright, how am I gonna do this? So you're 108, 108, 14, 1234. That's definitely not it. Oh yeah, that's when I was testing, so I don't need that one. Goodbye. Alright, so that's a Let's Fly 1. That's a Let's Fly 2. Oh, it's an actual flight. Okay. Let's go back to this one, make sure I'm not actually flying in it. Look at that beautiful man. Alright. Probably gonna have to find some music. Okay, so we don't need that one either. Alright, that looks like a Let's Fly 2. This is my process. I have to go through and filter and edit down first. You know what? I'm actually gonna... Okay. We're gonna get rid of all that. And let me make sure... And we'll just do this with it. Alright, so I'll start opening up files, and I will edit names before I import them. Alright, so that's a discussion. So we'll call that Let's Fly 1. Alright, so that's an actual flight. That's a flight. Hey Ethan, we got like half an hour before we gotta start getting ready. That's junk, so I can delete that. Light. Yo, what's up, Scott? So motion blur is all about how you're shooting and what your settings are. So I pretty much always run an ND filter. The golden rule for motion blur is always run 1 over twice your frame rate. So if you shoot in 30 frames per second, you want your shutter to be a 1 over 60. Now that's kind of that's golden rule type crap. But if you end up doing that, because I did that with a couple shots, and then I had this happen where it was just completely blown out. So actually lately I have been shooting with just auto exposure with an ND filter. And I honestly have not really evaluated the motion blur like I probably should. So I think that's cool that you think I have good motion blur. Well, I guess you said you can't get it like mine. You never said it was good. All right, so there's baseball fields. So now I'm going to think about what I'm going to name, because I flew in 2 different sections here. And some of these are going to be upside down. I'll have to flip those here in a little bit too. So as I'm going through this footage, I'm thinking about what am I going to call these things? How am I going to process it? I always have at least 1 or 2 kind of intros that I can prep and get ready. Because, you know, words are hard. And I don't speak well.
Hey, host here. And...
Alright, so there's... What is this guy? This is a small file. Okay, so that was when I was at home testing some stuff out. All right, so these are the files that I'm working with. I think I only did 2 batteries at the baseball fields that are probably inverted. So how am I going to name these?
let's go.
So yeah, this one is 4x3 and inverted. So we're going to rename this baseball fields 4-3 inverted. One is not 4x3, but it's at baseball fields, and it looks like GoPro color. Yeah, I think I swapped this one to GoPro color, but the messed up exposure. Okay, so this is baseball fields. So it's 16:9, so I'm not going to put anything there. It's not inverted, but it is. Call it bright. And I think the rest of these are all the same. Okay, so there's that. That looked way too bright again, so I think that was still bright. I'll name that bright. So this is trees. Bright. And I think these 3 are the same essentially. These should all be hyper smooth, properly exposed. Yep. All right. So these are all the same. We'll do trees, hyper smooth. It'll be 1, 2, and 3. All right. So now let's import all these. Okay. Put all those into raw. You know what? I might as well. I completely forgot one thing. I got to convert the 4x3s. Maybe I only had one. Okay, so you're seeing the magic it made here. So I really only had one 4x3? Huh. I could have swore I had like 2 or 3. Okay. Oh, if it was just the intro, I might just scrap it. I might not care. Oh, no, it was a flight. Okay. God, that's going to be so bright. I'm probably not going to use it. Yeah, I might not use this. So yeah, that whole motion blur thing you mentioned, well, I screwed up and didn't have it set properly. All right, let's see here. Can I edit this and flip it here? Projection, okay, I guess not. Let's give it a little bit of a look. I'll mute it because I don't care about the sound right now. Yeah, seems smooth enough. Oh God, it's so hard to tell when it's not, when it is upside down. Also, I did not get the hang of this flight either. So this whole flight, this whole set of flights was me testing with a camera basically 200 degrees, negative 200 degrees backwards. All right, so let's go ahead and export this sucker. Just do straight export. While I get that going. All right, so this is the bad boy. So there you go. Let me make sure that this thing's actually still showing it. So yeah, so when my camera is tilted that way 20 degrees, I got the GoPro that's pretty much looking directly back at the horizon by 20 degrees. No real reason, just playing. All right, so we're 18% done with that one. We can go ahead and close that. Let's see what else. All right, so let's start digging into this a little bit. How do we want to do this? What should the first thing that I do be? Probably look for how do I want to make this edit? So generally I have two ways to go with edits. Application crashed. Huh. No, don't send it. Did I get my file? Interesting. Let's see if this will import. Nope. It might have crashed because I'm screwing around with streaming at the same time. That's all right, because I don't really care that much about that video. So let's just go ahead. Well, let's try one more time. Nope. Oh, well. We're going to get rid of that one then. So there's usually two ways that I edit. Edit to music or not. My last one is to music. I think this one might be... Let's just play around. Let's see what we can find. I do have accounts for a couple different music providers. I really like Monstercat. So let's see if we can find something that we like. What am I in the mood for? This one could be cool, just to chill. I don't want to make a very long video. That's another thing. I can always edit it in Premiere. So the good thing about that last one is it's not one that I would do a whole lot of cuts to. Like this one has a lot of good drops and stuff to it that I would want to like cut for action. I like that one, but I play Coven all the time. What up, dude? Permission. Chicken permission. Alright, so this is a chill one. I'll go ahead and try this one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and download this. Where the hell is my drive? Editing project. There we go. Alright, the other thing that I always make sure I do is go ahead and license tracks, so we'll copy that, put it in a notepad for later, for when we upload it. Alright. We can pause that, go back to Premiere. Let's get that file. Okay. Alright, so we're starting to put some things together here. Let's get some form of a timeline. Let's go ahead and unlink, get rid of the audio, at least for, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and keep it linked, but we'll just mute it for now. And while I edit, I also like to bring in the music. Just kind of get a feel for what matches, what feels good, what looks good. All right. So the next thing that I'll usually do, depending on how many videos and what I'm doing with it, I'll start marking up what I think might be interesting as I watch it. So like, I like that, but I'm coming back. So one of the decisions that I'm going to have to make at some point is, do I want to edit out the drone arms that are there? Oh, this is cool. I think I do like a mini trench run here. I should have got closer to the ground though. The importance of yaw in turns is amplified when you're looking behind you. Love that move. There's some point that I'm going to want to do a reverse. Hey. God, it looks messy when you're looking behind you. Anyway, I'm going to reverse some footage, probably for my intro. I filmed, you know, I filmed a couple Let's Fly and speaking intros, but I don't think I'm going to use them in this one. I think I'll just let it live for, you know, so if I don't have a speaking intro where I'm talking about what I did and I showed my actual drone, like an external image of it and everything, I think I'm just going to put this out there and let the drone show the arms there. Okay, so there's one. I think that was trees HS. So let's go ahead and do this. Mute that. Go ahead and cut it down to when I actually start flying, somewhere around here. Actually, let's do the same for the other. Oh, see, now my computer's starting to choke a little bit. It's always with the audio. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so we'll click here, and now we will start marking this one up. Let's see what we can do. Oh, and I just had the music get... Let's pull that down into its own new track so we won't get it confused. There we go. By the third battery that I recorded, I started to get the hang of like trying to drop into stuff flat. That way you can see more of the ground, because you know it's the opposite when you're flying forward and everything. You're constantly looking at the ground. You got references. You have the horizon, everything. But this one, if I wanted to do anything cool and make it actually look cool, I had to be looking up at the sky while I'm flying. So it was not. And this is the first time I've ever tested this, so... Yeah, and just a reminder, I haven't done any video or I haven't done any color correction or grading on this. This is actually shot in GoPro color because I wanted to just focus on the edit, since it's the first time I was playing around with this. You know, this battery might almost be good enough just to kind of throw out there. Yeah, you can tell I'm trying to get a lot more low and like keep my butt pointed towards the ground. So that was a cool little flip. So here's another good example of when you fly a little bit differently. So when I go through these trees, in my head, like normal flying, you go through a set of trees and then you do your turn right afterwards, right? So I'm already turning, but because I'm doing that turn coming out of that pair of trees over there on the left, it just kicks the butt out and it doesn't look as good. What I really should have done is gone through it and held it in a straight line going forward for, you know, another 30 feet or whatever. I do kind of like the cruises, but see, now that's cool. I like that line there a lot. You bring that up again. So after I make this turn here, this right here. Oh, that's really cool with the shadow. I wonder if I give it a punch of zoom right there. Actually, let me take away a uniform, go scale width. No, too much. Too much. I just wanted an extra pop of like 115, 116. Yeah. All right, I like that. I'll play around with that another time. Do that and go back here. So yeah, I like that little line there though. That was me getting out of that guy's way. I really want to do this trick where instead of looking forward at something as you orbit it, you look on the outside and swing around the outside of it. I thought that would have looked cool, but I just did not. I didn't have the spatial awareness to be able to do that. And that's me hitting a tree when I was trying to do that. So on the timeline, we're already at about 3 minutes here. And so this is like the max of this video that I want to make at 3 minutes. So then I have to decide, what does that mean, right? How do I want to cut it? All right, so there's the end of that one. So that was 2. So we got 1, 2. So here comes 3. Mute that, mute that. Let's bring this volume down just a little bit. And let's cut this guy when it starts flying. I don't even know what that was. A weird flip-flop. These are too high. You really need to be close to something when you're running super view and tried a little, almost like a hammerhead kick out. It was way funner doing a real airplane. I bet that looked cooler from the front. This would be way better if I had a 30-degree mount looking backwards. And while I run about 20 degrees looking forward, so I have a 30-degree mount on the way, so I may actually try that. I'd rather be looking more down at the ground. There's also the issue of there were people around, so I had to kind of look out for people who were around. So that right there, you know, that looks, you know, I could have reversed that little section and it would have looked like a normal roll. But that was me going up and looking straight up at the sky and not being able to see any horizon and then doing a roll. Boom. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get out of here in like 10-15 minutes, so I'm not really going to be able to get much further than maybe getting to a point of starting the clip selection. Doesn't look like I'm going to have a whole lot to dig through anyway. Which is fine, because I wanted this to be a quick video. Alright, so here I am for landing. Alright. Alright, so you get muted. You go down. Let's see here. What other... what do we got? Tree. So that was 1, 2, 3. Here's the trees. Bright. No. Yes. Okay. Very bright, so I'll have to, matter of fact, let me... get out of the trees. Oh god, yeah, I'm not going to be able to fix that too much. Let's see what Auto says. Auto's going to be like, what? Nope, I can't help you. It's going to crank these suckers all around. Ugh. Muddy. At least when we get to the sky. It's probably a bad frame to look at anyway, though. But let's see. It's still pretty dang bright. You know what? I went the wrong way with that. It's supposed to go this way. Down to about 90. Let's pull this back up about here. Nope. I like throwing, I have a GoPro contrast LUT that I really like. Usually I do all this on a adjustment layer and I don't do it on the clip itself, but I just want to fix it up while I'm looking through it. It's just so dang bright. Look at that. Jesus. Until I'm under here. Under here, it starts looking all right. Alright, I might be able to use some of this. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back and start marking it up. I mean, it definitely looks better. You know what? Let's get real crazy. Alright, that's probably a good one. Let's check out our Luma here. Oh boy, that helped a lot. Just that little bit. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. See, original, new. Original, new. It's probably still a tad bit too dark, but I can fix that in a little bit if I even use this. Okay. Speaking of, time to start marking. Okay, so that's a cool little pop-up. God, I hate that bright sky. You know, I should have just like rocket shipped it. Just that way I come through it and just straight up. That does not look good from behind. Yeah, I think I might be able to scrap this whole video. Or the whole battery. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Beginner at FPV, baby. Alright, yeah. I don't like that video. I'm just getting rid of it. At least for now. Joseph. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Alright. Now let's figure out what's the next thing I want to do. I'm assuming if that was too bright, then the baseball field run is going to be like way too bright. Let's see if I can save this. Gonna throw my LUT on it. I always like seeing what auto does. Auto in Premiere Pro has gotten a lot better. I actually like the contrast pop a little bit. Okay. Be a little bit warmer with the ground that it is. I like it to be a little bit warmer there. Okay. Take a look at our scopes. That down a bit. Squeeze those highlights. Blacks like way lower because I don't think I really go under any shadows or anything on this run. Pretty much all under bright sun. Good lord, look at how bright that is. Like, so this is the original. It's super bright and it's flat. I'm trying to tweak it and bring it down. It's just, ugh, this might be unusable. There's like one tree I went under. But yeah, this looks horrible. Alright, so the baseball fields are out. I'm not even going to mess with those. So we got basically 3 video tracks that I can work with. Now, how do I want to work with them? So I'm going to stack them. Okay. Let's open you guys up. So I'm kind of thinking about what sort of I want this to be a 2 to 3 minute video. I don't want it to be very long. So about the length of one of these batteries. So chop them up into thirds. If I have any good lines, like because I marked them, I have a visual on approximately what kind of lines I like. For instance, this would probably be a good way to start it. And I'll run about 30 seconds on this. And that's pretty good because that lines up with that damn near perfect. I'm not going to be doing a lot of cuts to the music on this one. I just don't have the patience for it. And I don't have the footage for it either. It's not really good footage for that. All right, so hypothetically, if I cut here, what's the next set? Usually the way that I get this set up is I utilize my video timelines here. This bottom one will be things that I definitely want. Like this is where it's already placed and I'm keeping it there for good. Next timeline up is I've decided that I want the footage there. Next one is maybe, in the top 2 are like, no, they're trash. I don't really care about them yet. So I'll usually start things there as I start editing and chopping up. So let's see. So this is kind of cool. The other thing is I can have 2 of them that I love. 2 runs or something that I love, or 2 tricks. But if they're identical, then I gotta kill one of them. Gotta kill your babies, right? So I know that I had two like trench run guys. I gotta see which ones are decent. Like this one, maybe. I like this one because it kind of rolls into another line that I like. This right here. Kind of like that guy's walking on the other side too. Yeah, I think this is going in. Boom. Oh, you know what? One other thing that I do. I usually mark the music too. You know what? I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that later. When I do cut to music, I'll actually mark the music so I visually can see it, the different bars. That's cool. All right, so that right after it does that little flip, might be a cool spot to cut into this one at some point. A big part of doing these edits is like, which half a second don't I need here? Or do I need an extra half a second somewhere? Like that came close to looking cool, but it just wasn't good enough. You're not gonna make the cut. All right, let's see this line. I don't want this whole thing to just be, look, I'm flying close to the ground, looking behind me, but that right there makes it, including the line. So the question is, how long do I want to keep that line for? Let's get rid of that. And I go right into a second one. But then I kind of fall flat, and then it doesn't look all that good. But we'll see. You know what? Actually, that might end up being the ending. Because this is where I come in for a landing. All right, so we're going to say, yes, I want you, but you're probably going to be in the back. Get to the back. All right, I want to review this one real quick. Yeah, kind of a cool line, but not good enough. Oh, come on, Brian, do something cool. Do some of that pilot shit. That's a cool long line. Ooh, I got an idea. So I like that long line, and then during the flip, so right there. This one started off on the flip, right? No. Where was it? Or maybe one ended on one. And I kind of wanted to start the other one the other way. So what I'm looking for is somewhere where I do a flip. Forward or back would actually work. I could probably make either work. To cut into that to try and make it look like one. But you know, it's gotta have a, I have to be able to flip and then do something cool with it. You know, that might be a cool way to do a reverse. Hmm. I don't know why I didn't start with the third one. Okay. How cool of a trick is this? Okay. That is actually workable. I can do that. We're going to back this up a little bit. Make sure that looks good on timing. This is the boring part, right? Cuts, cuts, cuts. You watch the same thing 1,000 times. Bam. All right, so there's where I'd like the next. So this is a long cut. This is where I said this one is going to be weird to edit and cut into. Like, I know I want that trick there. Okay, let's see what else we got. All right, so all these cruising parts, like, yeah, that's nice, but I already got stuff like that. So I can get rid of that. Ooh. Kind of like that on that quieter spot. Ooh, as a matter of fact, where are we at? 340. What I should have done, the first thing I should have done. Adjust this music a little bit. I'm not all that thrilled with how this like quiet section here, so I want to see if we can change that a little bit. we go. And actually, I can still change it a little bit. Let's do some more segments. No, I don't want that many. That right there might be the best I can get. We're looking at about 3 minutes of video, right? Yep. Okay. Nope, you suck. No, not good enough. Not good enough. It's cool having the people walk by there. Not good enough. Not good enough. You're just making everybody dizzy. Yeah, you lost it. The roll was cool, but as soon as I stick my butt up and look at the sky, that's not good. Oh, hold it, maybe. Yeah, all right, that's cool. I'll keep that one. All right, so that's a maybe. This is a maybe. Start pulling in this guy. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's almost a better beginning than what I originally had. How do I get there? How do I get there? How do I get there? All right, so I roll into it right there. You can go away. And I got this run. This would be a good, this might be a good one for this quiet part. Okay, it's cool. I like it. Okay, so I like that little spot there. This bit here. If I can just keep it going, keep the line going. Not interesting enough. That one might be alright if I can drop the flip. Not enough. Not enough. part's cool. What just happened? All right. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. This will have to end up being a part 1 because I need to go. I need to get out of here. But yeah, the next step will be finishing up these cuts, finishing up the general outline on where I want things to go. And then the next step will be figuring out intro, outro. Actually, that's a lie. That's sometimes the last thing I do. But the thing after getting it cut will be playing around with coloring. Luckily, I'm not going to have a whole lot to do with this because it was all shot essentially like back to back on battery. I shot it in GoPro color and I shot it basically auto exposure. So I'm not going to have to tweak with a whole lot, maybe just a few little things, bump up. The saturation is looking pretty good, but I'll have to tweak it a little bit, but otherwise not too much to get done. So, all right, there will be a part 2 in this. Maybe that'll be later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, anyway, DFW FPV. Check out the group, dfwfpv.club, to get to our Discord group as well. So, all right, peace. Thanks. See you. Bye.